Okay, so it is a knock ballpoint pen. You can see the knock mechanism is actually really silent. I don't know if you can. Very silent. It's very silent. Hi everyone, it's Daisy from Yoseka Stationery and welcome to today's video introducing the Kolo Tino pens. Here at Yoseka, we've just actually released our Yoseka exclusive Kolo Tino pen and it's a relatively new brand, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to do a little introduction video and talk more about the Kolo Tino pen. So I have the pens here on the tray in front of me and I thought I would do a little introduction. So for those of you who don't know, Kolo is a lifestyle brand that designs and makes timeless tools for creatives. They make everything from different like photo albums to pen cases, bags, and then of course, creative tools include stationery items such as the pens over here, which we're going to talk about, a ballpoint pen and a fountain pen. So a little bit of history behind Kolo. Kolo is actually the Maison brand of Top Drawer, which is a store that has multiple locations all across the US. And Top Drawer is actually founded by two people, Peter Dunn and Akira Ito. And Akira Ito happens to be the fourth generation of the Japanese stationery store Itoya. That's a little bit history of Top Drawer and Kolo and why it's a particularly interesting brand for us to partner with for us specifically at Yoseka, since we love stationery so much. It's really cool to be able to work with, in some sense, Itoya of Japan. And I'm really excited to introduce the Kolo Tino pens to you guys here today. A big part of the philosophy behind Kolo is actually they set out to make items that will be used by people and are meant to withstand the test of time. So a lot of their products are made in materials that are very resilient, that don't break down, and you're supposed to be able to use them and they patina as you use them. They get better as you use them. So that explains a lot, I think, into why they've chosen the materials that they have for the pens that we're going to be talking about today. So let's take a look at the Kolo Tino pens. So here on the tray in front of me, I actually have the Kolo Tino fountain pens, and these are the standard colors because there are some limited acrylic designs that we'll show as well later. But this is the raw brass, this is the raw aluminum, this color is called Marzano, this one is sunny, this one's like an olive green, which is called wasabi, and this one is Alfred blue. And then there's actually another acrylic color called Cabaret, which is sort of like a deep purple. And we'll put a picture of it here since I wasn't able to bring it for today's video. Let's take a look as well at some of the limited acrylic designs. So these here are the limited acrylic designs. This one is very beautiful. It's called Dune. This one is called Mother. And then this is our Yoseka exclusive. And this one is called Aurora. As I was saying before, the materials are a big part of what goes into Kolo and why they developed these products and the materials they chose is because these materials are meant to be durable and resilient and stand the test of time. So there's obviously the metal ones, which are brass and aluminum, and then the acrylic ones are an Italian acrylic that I know for a fact that the co-founder Peter spent a long time sourcing, and they are really, really beautiful. So let's take a look at the fountain pen. I will just choose the red one, Marzano, to write with. So this, as I was saying before, these are pocket pens. They fit in the palm of your hand. And what's interesting about these right off the bat is that they are sort of triangular. They have a triangular body here. They have a cap that posts on the back to elongate the pen into sort of a more full-sized pen for writing comfort. And that's kind of a common design that we see in a lot of pocket pens that we write with and that we have in the store. So the cap posts, the barrel is triangular, as I was saying before, so it sits really comfortably in your hand when you're writing. And the nib size is a medium, it's a Schmidt medium, and currently these pens are only available with one nib size. It's a medium nib, but I know that the company is also working on making some spare nibs that you can swap different nib sizes onto the pen. So let's take a look at what kind of cartridge converter fits in. Let's unscrew So you can see this here is a standard international short cartridge. I have to report that I was doing some testing earlier with different converters, and I think because of the short barrel size due to the pocket pen, none of them exactly fit in this pen. So for now, we're gonna say that your best bet is to syringe fill the converter once you use up all the ink. So that is a look at the Kolo Tino fountain pen, and now let's have a look at the ballpoint pens. So here on the tray, we have the Kolo Tino ballpoint pens, and these are, as you can see, they're all the same colors. We have the raw brass, the raw aluminum, Sunny, Marzano, Alfred Blue, and the Wasabi. And then we also have the 5th acrylic color, which is Cabaret, which is just not on the tray, but we'll include a picture of it here. And the ballpoint pens also come in the same limited edition acrylics. So I'm gonna bring them in again. It's the Aurora. This is our Yoseka exclusive. This is the Dune, and then this is the Mother. So let's take a look at the specifications of the ballpoint pen. I'm gonna pick up the Sunny over here. Okay, so it is a knock ballpoint pen. You can see the knock mechanism is actually really silent. I don't know if you can very silent. It's very silent. So it's very satisfying. And other than that, it's a pretty standard ballpoint pen, but I think a common question will be, is it refillable? So to see that, it is refillable. You have to unscrew it from the knock mechanism. And the refill that it uses is a mini D1, which looks like this. You kind of just pull it out and push it back into the spring over here, and then you screw it back on. So it's actually a really, really easy process how to refill this ballpoint refill if you do run out of ink. But ballpoint pens like almost never run out of ink. They last a long time. So the ballpoint pen and the fountain pen are both pocket pens, and they actually have the exact same dimensions, which I'll show. I'll bring in the red fountain pen and the red ballpoint pen. This is the fountain pen and this is the ballpoint pen. You can see the fountain pen looks a little bit different because it has the line over here that separates the barrel from the cap, but otherwise they are the exact same dimensions. I believe they're 4.2 inches for anybody who is taking notes. And I have actually some other popular pocket pens that are really our most popular pocket pens in store that I thought I would bring into the video just for size reference. So let's take a look. Here are the Kolo Tinos, and then here we have a Kaweco Sport. So you can see it's kind of very close, if not identical. This is a Kaweco Sport fountain pen. This is a Kaweco Sport ballpoint. And then we have our Lilliput ballpoint as well. So the Lilliput ballpoint is definitely the shortest one out of all of these pens, but they are very comparable. So if you're used to writing, if you're familiar with a Kaweco, I would say that it's like, it feels very similar to the length of a Kaweco if you are used to writing with one. Okay. Let's take a look at these posted because I know that's different. So this is the Kolo Tino fountain pen posted, and this is the Kaweco Sport posted. And you can see they're also really, really similar in length posted. So I think it's a safe bet. Anybody who's like very comfortable with the Kaweco Sport, which a lot of people in the fountain pen community are, writing with a Kolo Tino will probably be a very similar experience for you all, whether it's capped or posted, or I don't know who's writing with a Kaweco Sport unposted, but those are also really similar. Okay, so I think that wraps it up for this video. I hope this video helped you to get to know Kolo Tino a little bit better. It's a new brand here at Yoseka. We're really excited about their pens, and we're super excited about our exclusive with them. Hopefully this answers a lot of your questions, but let us know in the comments if you do have any other questions that you're wondering for Kolo Tino or anything else in general. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video because we do post videos all the time. And thank you all so much for watching. Bye!